Hey, hello, a very beautiful evening to every one of you out there. I'm super excited and super fired up this evening to share with you some of my trade ideas for the course of the week. I sincerely hope you are staying safe and I hope you are doing well with your families. All right, so that said, let's get into the market very quickly. Last week, about this time, we looked at Euro NZD. We looked at Euro NZD. Our stop loss was about 77 pips and the take profit was about 200 and something thereabout. Okay, so it hit us out on the 77 pips, and just at the time it did that hitting out, it went straight in our direction. All right, it took us in at first at this point and then almost immediately gave us a drawdown, hit us out eventually on the 77 pips, and then almost immediately again started dropping in our direction. Now, as soon as it took me out on the 77, I went back into the market, and currently I think I'm almost 150 pips actually, because I went back in almost immediately it took me out. But if you had waited for market to come back to the entry zone before you entered, you would currently be in a profit of about 100 pips thereabout. Okay, so you'll be in a profit of about 116 pips. All right, so unfortunately most of us that would maybe take the trade and just forget it, we missed out on the re-entry of that particular trade. Now for NZD card that we looked at, the second trade that we looked at, NZD CAD, it's currently in about 33 pips in profit thereabout. Okay, yeah, about 33 pips in profit, and at the moment I would not want to do so much in terms of this NZD card, because it went as high as 33 pips and then came down to 11 pips. So if anything, I think I'm going to just exit this particular trade so I can focus on other trades. So the trades I'm going to be looking at for this week, I'm going to be looking at AUD CHF. I already did an analysis on AUD CHF, and based on what I'm seeing from the higher time frames, you'll notice there had been more like a down move all through, from weekly to daily, and then from daily right now it is giving us a little bit of another information. Now the trade I'm going to be taking is always on 4 hours, as most of you know already, and in this case I'm going to be taking a sell on AUD CHF. Please let me say at this point, every trade analysis on this channel is completely for educational purposes. You can take them on your demo account, you can try them out for yourselves, but please remember it is only for educational purposes, no strings attached. Now I'm going to be looking at 35 pips as my stop loss and a take profit of about 78 pips. It's not too bad, and I mean a trade. It's almost 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. All right, so I'm going to be looking at Euro USD. Let me quickly also mention that Euro USD is going to be facing the USDs generally is going to be facing a whole lot of pressure based on the current fundamentals rocking the world, making rounds in the news. So we are going to be trading this particular currency very carefully. We are going to be doing this very carefully. For some of us that have been following me for a while, I've had Euro USD on my radar for quite a while, almost 5 weeks thereabout now, and you would notice it had been doing almost exactly what we wanted it to do. So at the moment, I've taken my first trade on Euro US. I mean, not first, but in terms of last week into this week, yes, my very first trade was from up here. So I've taken the first one here, the second one here, and this would naturally be the third. But from last week into this week, this is my first trade on Euro USD. All right. So I'm going to be taking a fresh position on Euro USD again to risk about 45 pips and make a profit of about 110 pips. Please remember that these videos are only for educational purposes. All right. The next trade I'm going to be looking at is USD CHF. USD CHF. Ordinarily, I don't trade much of this particular currency pair, but based on what it's been doing for quite a while, I mean, I see an opportunity. I'll definitely take an advantage of whatever opportunity that presents itself. So it has currently broken out of my zone, gave me a retest, and giving me a potential continuation. So of course, I'm going to be looking for a potential, I'm going to be going long, in other words. So my risk to reward ratio, my risk would be somewhere in this area, and my reward, my TP1 will be around here. So I'm risking about 52 pips to catch about 230 pips. Please employ proper risk management. Do not just take a trade because someone is giving you the trade idea. No, do your personal analysis, and also please use proper risk management. So those are the trades I'm going to be looking at this week: AUD CHF, Euro USD, and USD CHF. If you like what we are doing currently, please endeavor to like the video, send to your friends who are also trading, and if you need us to work with you, hand in hand and give you the right education, please fill in the form below and I will send you a mail in the course of the week. Thank you very much. Do have a very fun filled week. I mean, peaceful week. Thank you.